My grandkids each wanted to take part in my rock tumbling hobby, so they sent me some rocks. So we are going to tumble the rocks for them. So let's see what they sent. Okay, one sent amethyst, and one sent a bag of mixed rock. Got some really interesting looking stuff in here. Oh, interesting looking stuff. Oh, interesting looking stuff here. We have to wash these off. That's very, very interesting. I buy rocks from the rock shed, and I had them buy these from the rock shed. And we have here. Like this, just in case. Rough stromatolite. Two 1.5 pound rocks. Pick these out and show you them. These will get cut on the saw. And they will get tumbled after you cut them. Ooh, this is interesting. Wash these. Let's see. I will, of course, have to cut these with the saw. That'll be interesting. Do with them. These 1.5 pounds. That's interesting. That'll look really cool. See? And we will start with the amethyst because it looks like that bag will fit in the tumbler. We'll see if we have to do it in 2 batches. Fun stuff. Love amethyst. Love amethyst. Yeah, I'm gonna have to split this up 2 batches, I think. Get all of these out. Small one here. See, it's a wonderful thing about amethyst. It's not all exactly the same. Not all the same. A lot of people think amethyst is all the same. It is not. See, we have this one right here, and then look at that one there. That one would make a nice slab. This is what this here. Do that one on the saw. And do this one on the saw. Give us a nice face. And I have a new saw that's coming. It's supposed to be here tomorrow or Saturday. Well, we're gonna redo this. Put the big ones on the bottom. Small there. Okay, that's the biggest one. That on the bottom. That one. That one. This is kind of like a fishing project. There, we can do that. We got this goes with that bunch there. Put these back. 4570 grit came today. Out, all out of it. Two and a half. This goes over here. And check bag. Got borax. One scoop of borax. Borax is, of course, a non-sudsing laundry detergent. A lot of people say, well, just use the borax when during the cleaning cycle at the end. I find if I use a little bit of borax in with the grit, that the slurry is a little bit thicker and so it does a little bit better. Yes. Sure, push your lid down. Oh, it's way over there. I'm sorry. Lid down. Put this outer lid on top of it. This started some mixed rocks. And we're going to put these out over here. Y'all can see what I'm doing. I've had these soaking overnight. We are going to take, and then the thermal a little bit later. Oh, so we're going to take some of these and that looks like we need to get it cleaned up. We got a little geo pocket right there. Y'all see that geo pocket? This one looks interesting. Hmm. That looks like some amethyst. Yeah, that's pretty, ain't it? Ah, and then maybe we'll cut some of them in half after the new solid rate gets here tomorrow. That one might be some nice slabs, huh? Let's see what we can do with that. Well, think this we got all of one there. And now look at this. That looks interesting. This is called, you don't see this? This is called stromatolite. It feels very heavy, but this is too big to fit in my tumbler, so we will have to cut some strips off of this. Set this on top of here, maybe. Take those teaspoons. I'm going to do for a little bit of that also I told you about the take scrub brush. Y'all see what I'm doing? Yeah, just making sure. We got the amethyst in the tumbler. This is the stromatolite. All part of it. You gotta clean the rock before you put them in the tumbler sometimes. Soak them. Let's just the teeth are well on this end so I can just brush them in there. Get a little bit of a look see. You can see that this looks like interesting looking stuff. Right. I I'm gonna drop it on the floor and set something on it. So what we need to do is get a separate container, I think, because there's some stuff that's really packed down in there. And pour the fabuloso over the top and just let it sit and soak. You there. I think it's we are some water from I was just cleaning rocks. I use this one that fits to clean rocks. I think. And these just came together from Walmart. So you put that in there like that. And then what we can do is put this in here. I'm gonna just get away. Right here, and I can watch what I'm doing. Take your Fabuloso. Sometimes I use CLR, but I don't have any CLR right now. Which Fabuloso and CLR work really good. Work over like that. Or I more Fabuloso. That's one of them. Don't leave home without it kind of things. Not enough water. So we will have to add more water later. I can sit like that. Again. Here. So this corner right here. This one, this is rocks that are being just polished. Sometimes you gotta put the wing nut back on and use it for leverage. Pull the lid off. Goodness. Oh, so big. Goodness. Take that, like that, take the wing nut off. It's all a process that I go through. I had planned to go to the river today. I woke up this morning, it was 30 degrees and snowing, so it's like, well, no, we're not going to the river when it's snowing. That ain't happening, so we'll go sometime over the weekend. It's supposed to be 50 degrees on tomorrow. That turned out good. See the shine on that? Can y'all see that? This goes over here in the done pile. one. See how that shines? I'm working on the sides to get it shined out good. That face, boy, that's gonna be something. It's all good. Stuff is just really pretty. Talk about that, guys. Move my foot and bump the tripod. That's gonna be really pretty. It's almost done. It's going for a polish cycle. And I didn't dump these because I haven't gone through the ones that I dumped in there yet. This was all just about done. Yes, must be coming up the steps. And my dog, we don't bark at all in the house. But get him outside in his pen and he sees somebody coming up the steps, he'd bark and let me know somebody's here. That's what I think is a good dog. He don't bark a bunch, but when he does bark, you go and investigate. Look at that. Got the yellow jasper right here, which is connected to this right here. That is going to be pretty when it gets polished up. And this keeps getting prettier and prettier. This started out as a dull brown, really dull. There's two bare white stripes. And you can see that as it gets further towards the polish stage, but then white stripes are actually like a yellow color, like almost like a cream color. Good deal. Chewy. That was a whole stone. I cut it in half. Excuse me. Get the rocks out. You can dump the media. I got some new ceramic media that I want to try. It's a bit larger. These larger rocks. And, you know, sometimes rocks split or crack when you're tumbling. And if I find one that's cracked, I just put that off the side and I'll replace it with the saw and start it over at step one. I just put that one on. That could actually go up to speed 3. And that will be done tomorrow. Now I love these Vevor tumblers with multiple speeds because if it had one speed, like what I call slow speed, it takes 7 days for your rocks to get done. 7 days. That's a long time to put rock in one business. But the speed 3, like that, one day your rocks will be done enough to go to stage 2. And in stage 2, I put on speed number 2. That usually takes 2, sometimes 3 days. Of course, I check them every day just to make sure. And this one tumbler here, I only do polish in this one. What I would like to have is I would like to have 4 and have one for each stage, one for 1, one for 2, one for 3. That way I know if I'm in, like, if there was one here, this would be step 1. I know all the ones in there are going through step 1, and then the one next to it 2, and then that one 3, and then the one on the end 4, which would be polish. All in a day's work, as they say. We can get a hole here and see if there's any more. Uh, It's to it. Here comes the media. And show you guys how I do the polish cycle. Now two of them down on the bottom. No, that is gonna be pretty. So, well, so these all go back in here. I like to put the round ones on the bottom. Oh, hang on the drop. There you go. See, isn't that pretty? That just needs polish, and that one is done. And so we're gonna try this new video. It's a little bit bigger. I always have them small. When it's big, and handful of here. And around for the low spots. Or water. I will be right back with some water. Tight quarters. Tight quarters. Set the water right there. Put my chair back up here. And we will pour in our water right here. That there. And we are going to do, I always clean the borax first. Probably wouldn't make any difference, but small scoop, which is a teaspoon of borax. And then 2 scoops polish. This is a half tablespoon. I have a spoon over here. You know, we need to clean this. Look at this, I have to pick it. So what we'll do is a scant half tablespoon, because a half tablespoon is a teaspoon and a half. I'm going to do 2 teaspoons will suffice right now with a teaspoon and a half. Scant half tablespoon. Clean our lid off. Some water. Clean it off. And the edge is good. Put the opposite end of the rag and wipe it off. Okay. Lid's on this inner lid. Press it down. Take the outer lid. Press it down. Wing nut on. Okay. And that on. Let it go. All right. That's what we got for you today. They're both rolling away, doing a good job. I'm really pleased with the V-War tumblers. And I got a V-War tile saw that does a good job. All right. Y'all take care. Bye now.